Okay, here's a quick game called Subtraction Grab that I've invented. To play this game, you can play with 2 players, that's ideal, or you can play it by yourself. You'll need 2 dice. Oh, I can't point my finger over that area, but you can see there's a 10-sided die here and a 6-sided die there. They're both rolled at the same time, or simultaneously. To play the basic game, set up 10 counters in a part whole chart here. Part whole. We roll. It's a race to 30. Player 1 rolls. He rolls 5, so 5 is taken away from the 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. What's remaining? What's left over? Well, 5 is. So that becomes the score for that turn. Now, if he had rolled a 6 here, that means play immediately passes to the next person and they don't get a score that turn. Players 2 turn. They roll 6 and 6. Well, the 6 and 3. The 3 just shows, well, it's not a 6 there, so they get to take 6 away from the 10, and what's left is their score for that turn. And the score keeps adding up and adding up. So 4. So player 1 is presently in front with a score of 5. Player 1's turn. Play alternates between turns. 7. I'll quickly put this back again. 10 take away 7. I'll just do that here quickly. And what remains? 1, 2, 3. 10 take away 7. 3 remains, so that is added to the score. 1, 2, 3. Well, at least would have been, but you notice here that I've rolled a 6 on the 6-sided die, so that means you don't get to use the score in that turn, so it stays on 5. You don't want to roll 6 if you want to get ahead. So now it's player 2's turn. They roll 10 and a 6, so 10 taken away from 10 will leave, well, subtracted from 10 leaves nothing. Nothing is left. So there's nothing to add, but in any case there was a 6 rolled here, so play passes to player 1 again. So back to red player's turn, player 1. 7 taken away. 2, 4, 6 and 7 taken away from 10. And what are you left with? 3. So 3 is added. 1, 2, 3. And we can keep that on account of that not being a 6. Player's 2 turn, yellow turn. Let's just move these back again. Okay, they have not rolled a 6, so we can do this turn. 3 taken away from 10. Now we already can see that 3 and 7, you might remember, make 10. So we know that there's 7 there without having to count them one by one, but we can check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And sure enough, the remainder is 7, so 7 is the score added to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Player 1's turn. Let's move the 3 back. It's a race to 30. Don't roll a 6 here, and we get to keep whatever's left over. 5 taken from 10. Many of you already know. That's 5, so add 5 to the 8. Do you know what 5 and 8 is? Well, what does 8 need to get up to 10? It needs another 2, so if we got those 2 out of the 5, it'd be 3, so 13. But anyway, let's take it step by step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we are, 13. Roll again. Don't roll a 6. This is yellow's turn now. Player 2, that is. 2 taken away from 10. Well, that leaves plenty left over, doesn't it? Do you know what 2 needs to make 10? How much is this? Is that 8? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That sure is 8. And you might remember that 8 and 2 make 10. So 10 take away 2 leaves you with the 8. Let's move 8 spots. Well, if you're already on 11, perhaps you know where it's going to end up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Were you right? 11 plus 8 is 19. Well, 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 10 is 19. Okay, player 1. Move these back. Rolled a 5 on the 6-sided die, so we get to play this. It looks like it's 10 take away 2 again. And we know that that is a result of, well, that leaves you with how much here? Can you remember? It's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who will win? Who will win? As you can see, the game keeps on going until the first player to reach 30 is the winner. To play it differently, if you don't have a hundreds chart, you can use tally marks. That might be a bit tricky if you're not used to them. So a hundreds chart is nice and easy to use, and it helps with addition if that's tricky still too. So that's how to play the basic version of Subtraction Grab. I hope you have fun.